Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Today I stand before you to speak about a power so immense, so infinite, that once activated within you, it can shape the very fabric of your reality. I am here to awaken you to the truth that you are the creator of your world, the master of your own destiny. There is no limit to what you can manifest, no boundary to what your mind can create. All that is required is your belief in this truth and the willingness to step into your power. Today I will show you how to activate your mind and harness this incredible force. In the teachings of Neville Goddard, the mind is not merely a tool for thought, it is the very workshop of creation. What you imagine, what you feel, what you believe, all of these elements shape your world. The first step in manifesting anything is understanding that your mind is the key. You must believe with all of your being that what you desire is already yours. The power to manifest lies within the subconscious, where belief is planted and nurtured, and from there it must be brought to life. Now let us take a moment to understand this process. Manifestation begins with a simple but profound active decision to believe in the unseen. It is not about wishing or hoping for something, it is about knowing that what you seek already exists in the realm of possibility. In the words of Neville, assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, for when you can feel the reality of your desire as though it has already happened, you activate the creative power of your mind. In that moment, your mind, your body, and the universe respond. As I speak to you today, I want you to embrace this powerful truth. You have the ability to manifest anything you desire, and it begins with the activation of your mind. Every thought, every feeling, and every assumption you hold is creating your reality. I will activate your mind to manifest anything, for you already possess the key. Now step into your power and create the life you have always dreamed of. The time is now. Now let us delve deeper into the concept that your mind is the creator of your reality. From the moment you wake up to the moment you fall asleep, your mind is constantly active, shaping and influencing every experience you have. In the teachings of Neville Goddard, the mind is not just a passive receiver of external information, but a powerful tool that actively creates the world around you. Your thoughts are not mere fleeting ideas, they are seeds that are planted in your subconscious mind. This subconscious mind is the fertile ground where your desires, intentions, and beliefs take root and begin to manifest. You must understand that the mind works both consciously and subconsciously. The conscious mind is what you are aware of. It's the thoughts you consciously choose to entertain, the decisions you make, and the actions you take. However, it is the subconscious mind that holds the true power of creation. It operates behind the scenes, shaping your life according to the beliefs, assumptions, and emotional states you have allowed to become ingrained within it. These beliefs are often formed by past experiences, societal conditioning, and the emotions you carry from day to day. What makes this so powerful is that the subconscious does not differentiate between what is real and what is imagined. If you consistently imagine and believe something, your subconscious mind will accept it as truth, regardless of whether it is currently part of your external reality. This is why Neville Goddard emphasizes the importance of imagination in the process of manifestation. By using your imagination, you are planting new seeds in the fertile soil of your subconscious, and these seeds will eventually sprout and grow into your external reality. When you begin to understand this, it becomes clear that your thoughts are the architects of your life. Every thought you entertain is either contributing to the manifestation of your desires or reinforcing the limitations you have placed on yourself. If you constantly think about lack, fear, or unworthiness, you are inadvertently creating more of those experiences. On the other hand, if you focus on abundance, success, and your inherent worth, you will begin to attract more of those experiences into your life. The beauty of this process is that it works with intention and purpose. Once you realize that your mind is the creator, you can begin to take conscious control over your thoughts, beliefs, and feelings. You no longer need to be a passive observer of your life. You can become an active participant in creating the life you desire. The first step in this process is to identify and challenge the limiting beliefs that are holding you back. These are often beliefs you have held for years, ones that may have been instilled in you by others or shaped by past failures. But here is the liberating truth: these beliefs are not your truth, they are simply stories you have accepted as truth. By becoming aware of them, you can begin to rewrite the narrative. Start by imagining a new reality for yourself, one where you are confident, successful, and worthy of all the good things life has to offer. See yourself as already living that reality. Feel the emotions associated with it. The more vividly you can imagine this new reality, the more you are reprogramming your subconscious mind to accept it as truth. This is not a process that requires years of struggle or effort. In fact, the more effortless and natural your belief feels, the more quickly you will see your desires begin to manifest. The key is consistency. It is not about one fleeting moment of positive thinking, but about creating a new habitual thought pattern. As you repeatedly imagine and feel the reality of your desires, the subconscious mind begins to rewire itself to align with that new truth. This alignment causes your external circumstances to shift in ways that mirror your inner reality. To illustrate this, consider how a simple thought can lead to profound change. Think about a time when you were deeply invested in a goal or desire. Perhaps you were visualizing success or working toward a particular achievement. During this period, you may have felt more confident, more empowered, and more aligned with your true self. This is the power of the mind in action. When you hold a vision in your mind with absolute clarity and belief, it begins to shape your behavior, your actions, and your reality. When you acknowledge that your mind is the creator, you stop seeing yourself as a passive victim of life's circumstances. You understand that you are the architect, the painter of your own masterpiece. You are the one who decides what colors to use, what shapes to create, and what direction the story of your life will go. The more you embrace this, the more you will see the power of your own mind in action, bringing forth everything you desire and more. This realization transforms you from a person who simply reacts to the world into a person who actively shapes it. You become the conscious creator of your life, knowing that your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs are the building blocks of everything that unfolds. You are no longer at the mercy of external circumstances, but instead you are the one creating those circumstances from the inside out. Your mind is the creator. When you begin to master your thoughts and align them with your desires, you activate the immense power within you to manifest anything you truly desire. This is not a distant possibility, it is a present reality waiting for you to claim it. The more you step into the knowledge that your mind is the creator, the more you will see your world transform, piece by piece, into the beautiful life you are meant to live. As we continue to explore the process of manifestation, we now turn our attention to the immense power of belief. Belief is not just a mental concept, it is the very foundation of creation. In the teachings of Neville Goddard, belief is the essential ingredient that unlocks the power of your imagination and brings your desires into physical form. Without belief, your mind's creative abilities remain dormant, like seeds that are never planted in fertile soil. It is only through belief that these seeds are nurtured and allowed to grow into the reality you seek. The first thing you must understand about belief is that it is not merely a passing thought or idea. Belief is a deep conviction, a state of knowing that something is true regardless of external evidence. It is not about hoping or wishing for something, it is about knowing with absolute certainty that what you desire is already yours. When you believe, you shift your consciousness from one of doubt and uncertainty to one of faith and assurance. This shift is not a simple change of thought, but a profound transformation in your being, one that aligns you with the very essence of your desires. Neville Goddard often spoke of the power of assumption, which is the act of assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This is where belief plays a critical role. When you assume that your desire is already realized, you begin to feel the emotions associated with it as though it has already happened. These feelings of joy, gratitude, and satisfaction become the energy that propels your manifestation into existence. It is not enough to merely think about what you want, you must feel it as real, as though it is happening in this very moment. This is the magic of belief. It brings your desires into the realm of possibility and then transforms them into reality. Belief also operates through the subconscious mind, which does not question or doubt the information it receives. It simply accepts whatever you present to it as true, and then acts on it. This is why it is so crucial to cultivate positive, empowering beliefs about yourself and your desires. When you truly believe in the possibility of your desires coming to fruition, your subconscious mind begins to align with this belief. It then works tirelessly to bring that belief into manifestation, often in ways that are beyond your conscious understanding. The mind has a profound capacity to create, and when belief is present, it becomes a driving force that propels you toward your goal. However, belief is not just about wishing for something to happen. It is about understanding that belief itself is a powerful force that influences not only the mind but also the external world. When you believe something to be true, your perception of reality shifts. You begin to notice opportunities, ideas, and synchronicities that were always there, but that you might not have seen before. This shift in perception is crucial to the process of manifestation. It is only when you truly believe that you start to see the doors opening, the people arriving, and the resources materializing. Belief removes the blinders of doubt and allows you to see the limitless potential of your life. Moreover, belief is the bridge between the conscious and subconscious minds. It is through the conscious act of believing that you can impress upon the subconscious mind the truth of your desires. This process is not always immediate, and it requires persistence. In many cases, your external circumstances may seem to contradict your belief at first. You may face challenges, setbacks, or doubts along the way, but it is in those moments that your belief must remain unwavering. As Neville Goddard said, you must persist in your assumption, no matter what the outer world is telling you. It is through this persistence that belief strengthens and eventually transforms your circumstances. One of the most powerful aspects of belief is its ability to overcome fear and doubt. Fear is simply the absence of belief in your own power and potential. When you believe in yourself and your ability to manifest your desires, fear becomes irrelevant. Belief is the antidote to fear, and once you cultivate this belief within, you are no longer held back by the doubts that once controlled you. You become fearless in the pursuit of your desires, knowing that nothing can stand in the way of your beliefs. The power of belief is also a reflection of the divine nature within you. We are all connected to an infinite source of creative energy, and belief is the channel through which this energy flows. When you align your beliefs with your desires, you align yourself with this divine energy, allowing it to work through you and create the life you truly desire. Your belief in your own power is the key to unlocking this energy and using it to manifest the abundance, success, and happiness you seek. Belief is the cornerstone of manifestation. It is the spark that ignites the fire of creation within you. Without belief, your desires remain distant and unattainable. But when you believe with every fiber of your being that what you desire is already yours, you activate the creative power of your mind, and the universe responds. Your belief transforms your inner reality, and in turn, your outer reality begins to shift in accordance with that belief. You must cultivate a belief in yourself, in your desires, and in the limitless potential of your mind. When you do, there is nothing that can stop you from manifesting anything you truly desire. Now let us turn our attention to the subconscious mind, which is perhaps the most powerful and influential aspect of your being in the process of manifestation. The subconscious mind is not just a passive part of you. It is the silent architect that shapes your life, creating the experiences and circumstances that you encounter daily. It holds the key to your deepest beliefs, desires, fears, and patterns of behavior. Understanding how to access and work with the subconscious mind is crucial in the manifestation process, for it is through the subconscious that your thoughts and beliefs are impressed and brought into reality. The subconscious mind is a vast reservoir of all your past experiences, memories, and emotions. Unlike the conscious mind, which is analytical and logical, the subconscious is emotional and intuitive. It does not reason or question what you feed into it. It simply accepts what you tell it as truth. Whether these thoughts are positive or negative, empowering or limiting, the subconscious mind takes them in without judgment and begins to work toward making them a part of your reality. This is why Neville Goddard often emphasized the importance of controlling what you think and feel, for those thoughts and feelings become the seeds that the subconscious mind will grow into tangible experiences. One of the most powerful qualities of the subconscious mind is its ability to act as a filter, shaping your perception of the world. It does this by focusing your attention on what aligns with your beliefs and assumptions. For instance, if you hold a belief that you are not worthy of success or abundance, your subconscious will continuously filter your experiences, bringing you situations and people that reinforce this belief. This filtering process is so subtle that you may not even realize it is happening, but it is working constantly, shaping your experiences based on the beliefs you hold in your subconscious. The process of manifestation occurs when the conscious mind impresses its desires upon the subconscious mind. Through consistent thought, feeling, and belief, you begin to change the programming within your subconscious. Neville Goddard referred to this as the process of mental revision, the act of imagining your desires already fulfilled. When you do this, you are essentially planting new seeds of belief in the subconscious, seeds that will grow into your desired reality. This is why imagination plays such a vital role in the manifestation process. By vividly imagining the reality you wish to create and feeling the emotions associated with it, you are reprogramming the subconscious to accept this new reality as truth. The subconscious mind does not differentiate between what is real and what is imagined. It cannot tell the difference between a memory, a dream, or a desired experience. This is a powerful realization because it means that you can use your imagination to influence the subconscious mind to bring forth any reality you desire. When you imagine yourself already living your desired life, feeling the joy, the satisfaction, and the gratitude that comes with it, your subconscious mind begins to accept this as your new reality. The more vividly you imagine it, the more deeply it is impressed upon the subconscious, and the more it begins to manifest in your external world. However, this process requires repetition. The subconscious mind operates through habit, and it takes time to overwrite old beliefs and patterns. You cannot expect instant results, just as it takes time for a seed to grow into a mature plant. It takes time for the new beliefs you are planting in the subconscious to take root and begin to manifest. But with persistence, consistency, and belief, these new beliefs will begin to emerge in your reality. It is this persistent effort that eventually changes your world, one thought and one belief at a time. One of the most important aspects of working with the subconscious mind is the ability to quiet the conscious mind. The conscious mind is often filled with distractions, doubts, and logical reasoning, all of which can block the flow of creative energy from the subconscious. Meditation, visualization, and relaxation techniques are powerful tools to quiet the conscious mind and create the mental space necessary for the subconscious to take over. When you enter a relaxed state, free from the chatter of the conscious mind, you are able to impress your desires and beliefs more deeply into the subconscious. This is when the real power of your mind begins to emerge, as the subconscious takes the seeds of your desires and begins to bring them to life. Another critical element in accessing the power of the subconscious mind is understanding that it is always at work, even when you are not consciously aware of it. Your subconscious mind is constantly working to bring forth your beliefs and desires, whether you are actively focusing on them or not. This is why it is so important to be mindful of the thoughts and feelings you entertain. Even when you are not actively thinking about your desires, the subconscious is still absorbing and working with whatever beliefs you are holding. Negative or limiting beliefs can be just as powerful as positive ones, and they can manifest just as easily if you allow them to dominate your thoughts. Therefore, maintaining a positive and empowering mental environment is crucial to keeping the subconscious aligned with your desires. The subconscious mind also has a unique ability to manifest seemingly impossible situations. It is not limited by logic, reason, or external circumstances. When you impress a clear, consistent belief upon your subconscious, it works with the infinite intelligence of the universe to bring that belief into manifestation. Often this may occur in ways that surprise you through synchronicities, unexpected opportunities, or the sudden appearance of people who can help you on your path. The subconscious mind is in constant communication with the greater forces of creation, and when you align your beliefs with those forces, anything becomes possible. Ultimately, the subconscious mind is the gateway to your creative power. It is the realm where your deepest desires are born and where your reality is shaped. By learning to consciously direct your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, you can harness the incredible power of the subconscious to manifest anything you desire. When you work with your subconscious mind in harmony, you are working with the very forces of creation to bring your dreams into reality. The key is to trust in the process, remain persistent, and believe with all your heart that what you desire is already yours. We now arrive at one of the most transformative principles in the manifestation process. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This simple yet profound concept, taught by Neville Goddard, is the bridge between your desires and their physical manifestation. To manifest anything you desire, it is not enough to merely think about it or wish for it. You must embody the feeling of already having it. This emotional alignment with your desire is what activates the creative power within you and aligns you with the energy necessary to bring your desires into the material world. The feeling of the wish fulfilled is not about pretending or faking your emotions. It is about truly and deeply imagining that your desire has already been realized. When you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you are not simply wishing for something to happen in the future. You are experiencing the emotions, sensations, and states of being as if they are happening in the present moment. The emotional experience of having your desire fulfilled is the key that unlocks the manifestation process. The subconscious mind responds to emotions more powerfully than to thoughts alone. This is why assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled is so essential. It taps into the emotional state that drives creation. When you embody the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you are aligning your inner state with the external reality you wish to create. The power of this alignment cannot be overstated. Imagine, for example, that you desire financial abundance. It is not enough to simply think about having money or visualize a large bank balance. Instead, you must feel the emotions associated with already having that abundance. You must feel the security, the joy, the freedom, and the relief that comes with financial abundance. When you can truly connect with those emotions and hold them within you, you are sending out a powerful signal to the universe that you are ready to receive your desire. Neville Goddard often described this process as living from the end. What he meant by this is that you must live as though your desire has already been fulfilled, not in the future, but in the present. This means thinking, feeling, and acting as though your wish is already a reality. This is a radical shift in how most people approach their desires. Instead of waiting for external circumstances to change before feeling good or abundant, you must shift your inner state first. Once you align with the feeling of the wish fulfilled, the outer circumstances will follow. The feeling of the wish fulfilled goes beyond just emotional experiences. It involves all your senses: sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. The more vividly you can imagine your desire is already fulfilled, the more you are creating a tangible, living reality in your mind. If you want a new home, for example, close your eyes and imagine walking through the door of your dream house. Feel the texture of the walls, the warmth of the lighting, the satisfaction in every step you take. Hear the sounds, whether it's the quiet hum of the environment or the sound of laughter and happiness filling the space. See the furnishings, the colors, and the details that make it your ideal living space. Immerse yourself fully in the experience and allow yourself to feel the emotions of joy, pride, and comfort as if it were happening right now. This emotional engagement with your desire also rewires your brain. As you imagine yourself experiencing the fulfillment of your wish, your mind begins to believe that it is real, that it has already happened. The subconscious mind does not differentiate between what is imagined and what is actually happening. When you repeatedly feel and imagine the emotions associated with your desire, your subconscious begins to accept those feelings as your new reality. It starts to align your thoughts, behaviors, and actions with this new belief, drawing the necessary circumstances into your life. The beauty of assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled is that it shifts you from a state of lack or need into a state of abundance and gratitude. Often people feel that they cannot manifest what they desire because they are focused on the lack of it. They dwell on the gap between where they are now and where they want to be. This creates resistance, and resistance blocks manifestation. However, When you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you are already acting as if it is done. You are not in a state of need or desire, but in a state of gratitude and satisfaction. Gratitude, as Neville Goddard taught, is one of the most powerful emotional states for manifestation, because it signals to the universe that you are in alignment with what you want. You are no longer waiting for something to come into your life, you are already receiving it. It is important to understand that assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled is not about intellectualizing your desire. This is not an exercise in reasoning or understanding how things will unfold. It is a practice in emotional experience and imagination. Many people get stuck trying to figure out how their desires will manifest, but this only leads to frustration and doubt. The key is to release the need for details and instead focus solely on the emotional experience of having your wish fulfilled. The universe will take care of the how, as long as you provide the emotional frequency of your desire. Another crucial aspect of assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled is the practice of persistence. It's not enough to simply imagine your desire once and expect it to manifest. Manifestation requires repetition and consistency. Every time you consciously embody the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you are reinforcing the belief that it is already yours. The more you practice this, the more natural it will become, and the more quickly your external reality will begin to shift. This is the process of creating a new mental habit, a habit that aligns your emotions and thoughts with your desires and ultimately manifests them in your life. As you continue to practice assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you will begin to notice a shift within yourself. Your thoughts will become more aligned with your desires, your actions will flow effortlessly in the direction of your goals, and you will attract the people, opportunities, and circumstances that are in harmony with what you have assumed. The more you align your inner state with the reality you want to create, the faster and more easily you will see your desires manifest. The feeling of the wish fulfilled is the secret ingredient in the manifestation process. It is the key that unlocks the door to your dreams. When you learn to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled and embody it fully, you activate the creative power within you and align yourself with the abundant forces of the universe, ensuring that your desires are realized in the most beautiful and effortless way possible. As we continue to dive deeper into the art of manifestation, one of the most crucial distinctions we must make is between hope and knowledge. Many people approach manifestation with a sense of hope, a wish that things will work out, a belief that one day, maybe, their desires will come true. But the true power of manifestation lies not in hope, but in knowledge. Knowledge is the certainty that what you desire is already yours. It is the unwavering understanding that the world around you is a reflection of your inner state. And through this understanding, you have the power to shape and create your external reality. Hope, while it can be an uplifting emotion, is inherently uncertain. When you hope for something, you are acknowledging that it has not yet occurred and that there may be doubt or fear surrounding its arrival. Hope implies that you are waiting for something to come to you from the outside, and often this waiting is accompanied by the anxiety of not knowing when or if it will ever materialize. This is the energy of lack. When you approach manifestation with hope, you are still in the vibration of wanting and needing, rather than knowing and having. Hope is based on a desire for change, but knowledge is the certainty that change has already occurred within you, and that the external world must inevitably reflect that inner transformation. Neville Goddard, in his teachings, emphasized that manifestation is not a matter of hoping that your desires will eventually come true. It is a matter of knowing that your desires already exist in the unseen realm, and that they are already unfolding in your reality. The key is to know with absolute certainty that the thing you seek is already yours. This knowing is the foundation of the creative process. When you know that what you desire is already yours, you release the need to wait, to wish, or to hope. You no longer view manifestation as something that might happen. It becomes a natural outcome of your inner state. In order to manifest your desires, you must first acknowledge that everything in your life, everything you see, hear, feel, and experience was created by your own mind. Your inner world is the blueprint for your outer world. This knowledge is the starting point of true manifestation. Once you understand this, you begin to realize that there is no need to hope for something to happen. All you need to do is decide what you want and know that it is already on its way to you. You already have within you the creative power to bring any desire into existence, and the external world must conform to your inner beliefs and assumptions. The difference between hope and knowledge lies in how you approach your thoughts and beliefs. When you hope, you might still have doubts or feel uncertain. You may worry about how your desires will manifest or whether they will happen at all. But when you know, there is no room for doubt. Knowledge is absolute. It is the deep understanding that the universe is governed by law. And one of the most powerful laws is the law of assumption. This law states that whatever you assume to be true, with conviction and belief, must become your reality. Your assumptions become your truth, and this truth shapes your world. When you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you are acting in alignment with this law, and the universe must respond accordingly. When you approach manifestation with knowledge, you begin to operate from a state of confidence and power. You are no longer a passive observer, waiting for external circumstances to change. Instead, you take an active role in shaping your reality. This knowledge gives you the ability to direct your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs with purpose and precision. It allows you to intentionally create the life you desire, knowing that the universe will respond to the inner alignment you cultivate. When you are aligned with the knowing that your desires are already a reality, the external world will begin to conform to that inner truth. This knowledge also removes the need for external validation. When you hope for something, you often look outside yourself for signs, confirmations, or validation that your desires are on their way. You may seek reassurance from others or look for external circumstances to reflect your desires. However, when you know you no longer require any validation from the outside world, you trust in the process of manifestation, knowing that it is already unfolding. You no longer wait for the signs to appear. You trust your inner knowing that everything is working in your favor. Another important aspect of knowledge in manifestation is the understanding that the process is not about forcing or striving. Hope often involves an element of struggle or effort, as if you are working against the flow of life to achieve your goals. Knowledge, on the other hand, involves a state of surrender. It is the understanding that all things are working together for your good, and that you do not need to force anything into being. Instead, you allow your desires to unfold naturally, with ease and grace, knowing that the universe is already aligning to bring them to you. Manifestation, when approached from the space of knowledge, becomes a process of allowing rather than striving. Knowledge also brings with it a sense of peace. When you know that your desires are already fulfilled, there is no anxiety or stress about how or when they will manifest. You trust the process, and this trust removes any sense of urgency or desperation. You know that everything is unfolding perfectly, according to the divine timing of the universe. This peace allows you to maintain a state of alignment with your desires, making it even easier for them to come into your experience. Manifestation is not about hope or wishful thinking. It is about knowing that your desires are already a part of your reality. It is about trusting in the power of your mind, understanding that your inner world creates your outer world, and that your assumptions and beliefs shape your experience. When you approach manifestation with the knowledge that everything you desire is already yours, you align with the universal laws of creation, and your desires must manifest. Hope may get you started, but knowledge will bring your desires into being with certainty, power, and grace. As we journey deeper into the truth of manifestation, we arrive at a fundamental principle: everything you think and feel creates your reality. This concept is at the heart of Neville Goddard's teachings, and it is essential to understanding why manifestation is not about waiting for something to happen, but about actively creating the world you wish to experience. Your thoughts and feelings are not just random or disconnected occurrences. They are the very forces that shape the world around you. Every moment you are sending out vibrations through your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, and these vibrations are reflected back to you as your external circumstances. The first step in realizing this power is recognizing that your thoughts are not passive. They are incredibly potent and active. Each thought you entertain, whether positive or negative, is a seed that you plant in the soil of your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind then works to bring these thoughts into manifestation. If you constantly think thoughts of lack, limitation, or fear, your subconscious mind will accept these as truth and bring them into your experience. Conversely, if you think thoughts of abundance, success, and love, your subconscious will align with those thoughts and work to bring them into your reality. Your thoughts are the blueprint, and the subconscious mind is the builder, constructing your reality based on the patterns you continually reinforce. But thoughts alone are not enough. As Neville Goddard taught, feeling is the secret. While thoughts plant the seed, it is your feelings that nourish it and bring it to life. The emotional charge you attach to your thoughts is what activates the creative power behind them. It is not enough to think about something you desire, you must also feel the emotions that come with having it. When you think about a dream, whether it's a new job, a loving relationship, or financial freedom, you must ask yourself, how does it feel to already have it? The more intensely you can feel the emotion of already living your dream, the more you align with its frequency, and the faster it will manifest in your life. The power of thought and feeling is in their ability to influence your vibration. Everything in the universe is energy, and energy vibrates at different frequencies. Your thoughts and feelings are not just abstract concepts, they are energy frequencies that attract similar frequencies from the universe. If you are thinking thoughts of fear and scarcity, you are vibrating at a low frequency, and you will attract more situations and experiences that match that vibration. On the other hand, if you are thinking thoughts of love, abundance, and confidence, you are vibrating at a higher frequency, and you will draw experiences that reflect those higher vibrations. Therefore, the thoughts and feelings you choose to focus on are the very forces that determine what you attract into your life. Neville Goddard referred to this principle as living from the end. This means you must live as though your desire is already a reality. The thoughts and feelings you entertain should not be in alignment with what you wish to manifest in the future, but with what you have already achieved in the present moment. The key here is to feel as if it's already done, to align yourself with the emotional state of having your desires fulfilled. When you do this, you begin to resonate with the vibration of the desired reality, and the universe begins to mirror that back to you in tangible form. Your feelings then act as the magnet that pulls your desires into your life. The universe responds to the energetic frequency you emit, and this response is not limited by time or space. The moment you begin to feel as though your desires are already fulfilled, the universe immediately begins working behind the scenes to bring that reality to fruition. This is why Neville often emphasized that manifestation is not about wishing for something, but about embodying the state of already having it. The universe is a mirror, reflecting back to you the emotional state you embody. One of the most profound aspects of this principle is the realization that you are always creating that. Whether you are consciously aware of it or not, your thoughts and feelings are constantly shaping your experience. This is why it is so important to cultivate awareness of your inner world. If you are unconsciously thinking and feeling negative emotions, you are unconsciously creating a reality that is filled with those same negative experiences. However, once you become aware of your thoughts and feelings, you gain the power to change them. By consciously choosing thoughts of abundance, love, and joy, and pairing those thoughts with the appropriate feelings, you align yourself with the energy of what you desire. This process also requires mindfulness. Your mind may habitually default to negative thoughts or worries, and when this happens, it is crucial to interrupt these patterns with new, empowering thoughts. The more you practice redirecting your thoughts to focus on what you want, rather than what you don't want, the more you will begin to experience positive shifts in your reality. This requires discipline, but as you consistently apply this practice, it becomes easier and more natural. Over time, your mind will automatically shift to thoughts that are in alignment with your desires, and your reality will reflect this shift. Another important aspect of this principle is understanding that thoughts and feelings are interconnected. You cannot separate them. If your thoughts are not aligned with your feelings, it creates a sense of inner conflict that blocks the manifestation process. For example, if you think about having a new car but feel anxious or unworthy of it, the contradiction between your thought and feeling creates resistance. Manifestation requires a harmonious alignment between thought and feeling, where both your conscious mind and your emotional state are in agreement. This alignment is what allows the creative energy to flow freely and manifest your desires. Finally, it is important to realize that everything in your reality is a reflection of your inner state. Your external world is not something that happens to you. It is a direct reflection of what you think and feel. Your relationships, your career, your finances, and even your health are all a mirror image of the thoughts and emotions you have been holding in your subconscious mind. When you change your thoughts and emotions, you change your reality. The more consistently you focus on thoughts that align with your desires, and the more consistently you feel the emotions of having them, the more your external world will begin to shift. The universe will begin to reflect back to you the new state you have chosen for yourself, and your desires will naturally manifest. Everything you think and feel creates your reality. Your thoughts are the blueprint, and your feelings are the energy that brings it to life. By consciously choosing empowering thoughts and aligning them with the emotions of already having what you desire, you activate the creative power within you and begin to shape your world according to your deepest desires. This is the true art of manifestation, and when you master it, you will realize that your reality is not something outside of you, but something that is within your power to create at every moment. As we continue our journey into the power of manifestation, we come to a crucial point. The time to activate is now. Too often people get caught in the trap of waiting for the perfect moment, the right conditions, or the ideal set of circumstances before they begin the process of creation. They hope for a change in their environment, a shift in external conditions, or some sort of validation before taking action. But the truth is that power to create, to manifest your desires, is available to you right here, right now. The time to activate your potential and begin the process of manifestation is not tomorrow, not next week, not when things are better. It is now. The moment you decide that you are ready to create the life you desire is the moment the process of manifestation begins. Activation is a conscious decision to step into your power and start working with the forces that govern creation. You do not need to wait for the right time or the perfect circumstances. The only thing you need is the willingness to act now, to claim your power, and to begin shaping your reality. This shift in mindset from waiting to activating changes everything. It removes any sense of passivity and replaces it with a sense of empowerment and ownership. Manifestation is not a passive process of hoping for things to happen, nor is it about waiting for the stars to align. It is an active process that requires you to take responsibility for the thoughts, feelings, and beliefs you are holding at this very moment. Every second of your life you are creating your reality, whether you are conscious of it or not. The time to begin taking full control of your creative power is now. The longer you delay, the longer you remain in a state of inaction or indecision, the longer you remain in the same cycle of experiences that you no longer wish to have. The moment you activate your creative potential, everything begins to shift. This concept of immediate activation is something that Neville Goddard stressed throughout his teachings. He believed that there is no waiting period for manifestation. There is only the immediate alignment of your thoughts and feelings with your desire. This is the crucial step to align your inner state with the end result of what you wish to manifest. When you align with the feeling of your desire already being fulfilled, you activate the creative force within you, and this energy flows out into the world, bringing your desires into existence. Think about this for a moment. What is holding you back from acting now? Is it fear of failure, doubt, or the belief that you don't have what it takes? These are the very things that keep you from activating your manifestation potential. But these fears and doubts are illusions. They are the product of an unconscious mind that has been conditioned by past experiences and external influences. In reality, you are a powerful creator, and you have within you everything you need to manifest your desires. The only thing standing in the way is your willingness to activate that power. It is essential to understand that waiting for the right circumstances is a form of resistance. When you believe that you need to wait for external conditions to change before you can create the life you desire, you are giving your power away. You are allowing the outside world to dictate your inner state, and this undermines your ability to manifest effectively. Activation requires that you step into your power now, not later. You must shift your focus from waiting for external conditions to aligning your internal state with the desires you wish to create. The key to activating your creative power is to recognize that your inner world is the precursor to your outer world. The moment you decide to change your thoughts, to change your beliefs, to change the way you feel, you activate the creative process. You begin to work in harmony with the laws of the universe, which are always at work, ready to reflect back to you whatever energy you are putting out. The universe responds immediately to the vibration you offer. Therefore, when you decide to activate your manifestation power, you immediately begin to create the life you desire. The practice of activation is not something that requires external validation or approval. It does not matter what others think, nor does it depend on the opinions of the outside world. Activation comes from within. It is a decision you make for yourself to stop waiting and start creating. It is the understanding that you are not a passive observer in your life, you are the creator. And the moment you embrace this truth and take action, everything begins to shift in your favor. Activation also means letting go of perfectionism. Many people get stuck in the trap of waiting for the perfect conditions or the ideal time to act. They believe that everything must be just right before they can start creating. But this is a fallacy. The universe works through imperfect action. It is not about waiting for the perfect moment, it is about making the decision now, in this moment, to take one step toward your desired reality. Each small step you take activates your creative potential and sets in motion the process of manifestation. It is in the doing, in the taking action, that the universe responds. Moreover, activation means trusting in the process. When you decide to activate your creative potential, you are also deciding to trust that the universe is always working in your favor. The process may not always look like what you expect, and the path may not always be clear, but that is where faith comes in. Trusting that your desires are already on their way allows you to act with confidence and certainty, even in the face of uncertainty. This trust is what keeps you aligned with your desires, and it ensures that you remain in the flow of manifestation. When you make the choice to activate, you also step into a place of confidence. Confidence is the natural byproduct of knowing that you are in control of your reality. You are no longer waiting for something outside of you to change, you are creating the change from within. The more you activate your power, the more you trust in your ability to manifest, and the more confident you become in the process. Confidence is key because it keeps you grounded in the knowing that your desires are already coming to you. The time to activate is now. The power to create the life you desire is within you at this very moment. You do not need to wait for the perfect circumstances or the right time. All you need is the willingness to act now, to align your thoughts and feelings with the reality you wish to create, and to trust that the universe will respond. Your desires are already on their way, and the moment you decide to activate your power, everything begins to shift. The time is now. It has always been now. Take action today, and step into the life you were meant to create. As we come to the close of this journey together, remember that the power to manifest anything you desire is within you, and it is activated by your thoughts, your feelings, and your unwavering belief in the laws of creation. You are not a passive observer in your life. You are the creator of your own reality. The time to activate your potential is now, for the universe is always responding to the energy you are putting out into the world. The more you align your thoughts and feelings with your desires, the more quickly your dreams will unfold. You have the ability to transform your life at any moment, simply by choosing to take control of your mind, your beliefs, and your emotions. The power to manifest is not something far off or elusive, it is already within you. You have everything you need to create the life you've always dreamed of, and now is the time to activate that power. Thank you for being here today, and for taking the time to listen and reflect on these truths. I honor the power within you, and I know that you are more than capable of manifesting your deepest desires. Stay focused, stay aligned, and most importantly, believe in your ability to create the reality you truly deserve. The world is waiting for you to activate your greatness. Thank you again, and may you go forward with the confidence and knowledge that your dreams are already in the process of becoming your reality. Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you today not to speak of conventional wisdom or formulas that you've heard time and again, but to share something that has been hidden in plain sight secrets that have the power to change the way you experience reality. Now, these aren't things I was supposed to talk about, but today I break that silence because these principles are too important not to share. If you're ready to truly transform your life, listen closely, for the power to manifest anything you desire lies within your reach. Here are 7 powerful manifestation secrets that can unlock the doors to the life you've always dreamed of. Imagine for a moment that you have already achieved everything you desire. You're standing on the podium of your success, whether it's in your career, your relationships, or personal growth. You've reached the pinnacle of what you've always wanted. The applause, the recognition, the fulfillment, they're all yours. Now, how do you feel? How does your body respond to this moment of triumph? If you can access that feeling, that emotional state of already having what you desire, then you have unlocked the greatest secret to manifestation. Manifestation is not about wishing for something to happen or waiting for it to appear. It's about becoming the person who has already experienced it. The key is not just in visualizing the end result, but in truly feeling it as if it has already happened. That emotional connection is the bridge between your current reality and your desired future. Let's break this down. To manifest something, we often hear people say, focus on your goal, imagine it, and let the universe bring it to you, but this is only half the equation. The real power comes from feeling the end result in the present moment. The feeling is the magnetic force that draws the desire into your life. When you experience the emotion of your wish fulfilled, you are aligning with the frequency of that outcome. Your energy shifts, and you begin to attract everything necessary to make it real. Think of it this way: everything in the universe vibrates at a certain frequency. Your thoughts, your feelings, and your desires are all frequencies. When you focus on the feeling of already having what you want, you raise your own frequency to match that of your desired outcome. This is where the magic happens. The law of attraction, often misunderstood, isn't about passively waiting for things to come to you. It's about actively matching the vibration of the life you want to experience. For example, let's say you're trying to manifest a promotion at work. Instead of focusing solely on the promotion itself, imagine yourself already in the position. How does it feel to walk into your office with that title on your door? How do you feel when you receive the congratulations from your colleagues? Picture the pride, the satisfaction, the sense of accomplishment. Don't just see it, feel it with every part of your being. Let that emotion fill you up. The stronger the emotion, the clearer the signal you send to the universe. The process of feeling the end result first isn't just about a fleeting thought or a quick mental picture. It's about immersing yourself in that feeling so deeply that it becomes your reality. The mind doesn't differentiate between what's real and what's imagined. It reacts to the energy you emit. By focusing on the feeling of your desire being realized, you are telling your subconscious mind that this is your new reality. Your mind, in turn, begins to align your actions, thoughts, and opportunities with that feeling. The universe has no choice but to respond. This is the essence of motivation. When you can motivate yourself with the feeling of already achieving your desires, you no longer need to push or force things to happen. You become inspired by the emotional energy of success, and that inspiration drives you to take the necessary actions in alignment with your goals. You don't need to chase your dreams start chasing you because you are already living them. The beauty of this approach is that it removes doubt and fear from the equation. Too often we approach manifestation with the mindset of "I'll believe it when I see it." This mindset places you in a state of lack of wanting. It's a vibration that keeps you away from your desires. But when you feel the end result, you are moving in the opposite direction. You're not waiting for something to change externally, you are changing internally, and the world will reflect that change. The power of feeling the end result is also in its ability to keep you focused and aligned with your goals. It creates a sense of certainty that motivates you to continue working toward what you want. even when obstacles arise. When you are emotionally connected to your desired outcome, setbacks become mere stepping stones. You no longer see them as roadblocks, they are opportunities to reinforce your belief in your vision. The feeling of the end result carries you through, keeping you aligned with your true purpose and pushing you forward, even in the face of challenges. In essence, feeling the end result first is about embodying the reality you want to create. It's not just a mental exercise, it's a lifestyle, a way of being. When you feel the emotion of your fulfilled desire, you are aligning your entire being, your mind, body, and spirit with that reality. Your thoughts, your actions, and your energy all shift, creating the conditions for your desires to manifest. So if you want to manifest something into your life, don't wait for it to appear in the physical world first. Start by feeling it deeply and fully, right now. Let that feeling guide you, inspire you, and motivate you to act. And watch as your reality begins to mirror the success you've already experienced within. There's a profound truth that you must understand. If you ever wish to transform your life, you are not a passive observer in this world. You are a creator. In fact, you are the most powerful creator in your own life. Every thought you think, every feeling you experience, every decision you make, all of these elements contribute to the reality you are constantly shaping. Yet most people go through life unaware of this power. They live as if life happens to them, as if they are at the mercy of external circumstances. But the truth is that you are the architect of your reality. The ability to create the life you desire is within you, and it always has been. The moment you truly understand and believe in your ability to create, your life will begin to change in ways you never thought possible. Manifestation is not about asking for something and then waiting for it to come to you. It's about recognizing that everything you desire already exists within you in your thoughts, in your beliefs, in your ability to envision it into being. When you believe in your power to create, you acknowledge that your mind is the most potent tool you have. Your thoughts, your imagination, and your emotions are not just fleeting experiences, they are the forces that mold the world around you. This is where belief comes in. Without belief in your own power to create, you remain trapped in a cycle of limitation. Your mind will constantly focus on what is missing, what is lacking, and what you cannot do. But when you choose to believe in your own ability to shape your reality, your perspective shifts. You no longer see yourself as a victim of circumstance. Instead, you recognize that you are in control. And that control gives you freedom. Belief is the foundation of manifestation. The universe responds to the energy you emit, and that energy is directly influenced by your belief in your own power. If you doubt that you can achieve your desires, the universe will reflect that doubt by providing you with more reasons to doubt. If you believe that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to, then your actions, energy, and circumstances will align to bring that belief into reality. Think about the things you've accomplished in your life. When you achieve something, no matter how big or small, what did you first have to do? You had to believe it was possible. Whether it was landing a job, overcoming a challenge, or building a relationship, the first step towards success is always belief. Without it, the steps you take will be hesitant, uncertain, and weak. But with belief, your actions gain power, and every step you take toward your goals brings you closer to their realization. Your mind is a powerful tool for creation. When you believe that you have the power to manifest anything you desire, you begin to use your thoughts in a new way. Instead of focusing on the things you don't want, or the obstacles in your way, you focus on the outcome you desire. You allow yourself to picture that outcome clearly in your mind and feel the emotions associated with it. When you do this, you send a clear message to the universe, one that is backed by the powerful force of your belief. The universe, in turn, responds by aligning circumstances, people, and events that will help bring that vision to life. But belief is not a passive experience. It requires action. To truly manifest your desires, you must be willing to take inspired action toward them. When you believe in your power to create, you no longer wait for opportunities to come to you, you go out and create them. You follow your intuition, trust your instincts, and take steps every day that align with the vision you hold for yourself. Motivation flows naturally when you believe in your own power. The belief in your ability to create becomes the fuel that drives you toward your goals. You become motivated by the possibility of what you can achieve, and that motivation propels you forward, even when challenges arise. When you begin to see yourself as the creator of your own reality, the world around you begins to shift. Opportunities present themselves more frequently. You become more confident, more motivated, and more aligned with your goals. You start to realize that nothing is impossible, that every dream is within your reach. Belief in your power to create is the foundation of manifestation, and once you fully embrace it, you become unstoppable in your pursuit of the life you desire. One of the most powerful and transformative principles of manifestation is the idea of living in the feeling of your wish fulfilled. What does this mean? How does it connect to your ability to manifest your desires and stay motivated toward your goals? In simple terms, living in the feeling of your wish fulfilled means stepping into the emotional experience of having already achieved what you desire. It's not enough to simply think about your goals or visualize them in your mind. You must feel the emotions associated with those goals as though they are already real right now. This shift from thinking about your desires to truly embodying them in your emotional state is the key to powerful manifestation. Manifestation is an energetic process, and the energy you emit is determined by the feelings you cultivate. When you live in the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you are aligning your energy with that of your desired outcome. You are no longer waiting for something to happen in the future, you are experiencing it as a present reality. This emotional alignment is what allows you to manifest your desires more effortlessly. Take a moment and think about a goal or a dream you have. Perhaps you wish for a new job, a successful business, or a loving relationship. Now, instead of focusing on the obstacles that stand between you and that goal, or the fact that it hasn't happened yet, imagine that you've already achieved it. Feel the emotions that will accompany this achievement. How would you feel waking up in your dream job, or in the arms of your soulmate? How does your body respond to the realization that you have everything you've ever wanted? Feel the pride, joy, gratitude, excitement, and satisfaction of already living your desired reality. This feeling is your key to manifestation. The more vividly and deeply you can immerse yourself in this feeling, the more powerful your manifestation becomes. The universe does not respond to what you want, it responds to the energy you are radiating. If you want to attract love, abundance, success, or health into your life, you must align with those experiences emotionally. When you live in the feeling of having already received your desires, you are emitting the frequency of abundance, success, and love. This frequency acts as a magnet that draws these things into your life. But why is it so important to live in the feeling of your wish fulfilled instead of simply waiting for it to appear? The answer lies in motivation and the way your mind works. Motivation is not something that can be forced, it must come from within. When you live in the feeling of your desire already being fulfilled, you ignite a fire within yourself that motivates you to take action. The emotional energy of having your desire fuels your drive and determination. You no longer need external circumstances to motivate you because your emotional state already carries you forward. For example, imagine you want to write a book. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the process or to get discouraged by the length of time it might take. But if you live in the feeling of already being a published author, what happens? You feel the pride and excitement holding your finished book in your hands. You imagine the joy of seeing it on a bookstore shelf, or receiving a heartfelt message from a reader who has been impacted by your words. This emotional connection to your end result makes the process of writing the book feel easier, more exciting, and more purposeful. You don't have to wait for the book to be finished to feel fulfilled. You feel that fulfillment as you write. Living in the feeling of your wish fulfilled also helps you bypass feelings of doubt and fear. Often when we are focused on a goal, we allow fear to creep in. We worry about whether we are capable or if we will ever achieve our dream. But when you are already feeling the emotions of having achieved your goal, fear and doubt lose their power. You begin to see yourself as someone who has already succeeded, and that self-assuredness propels you forward. The doubts that used to hold you back fade into the background, replaced by a belief in your own abilities and in the certainty that your desires are on their way. This emotional state also strengthens your resilience. Manifestation is not always a smooth journey. There will be challenges, setbacks, and moments of uncertainty. But when you are living in the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you are not fazed by temporary obstacles. You see them for what they are, simply stepping stones on your path to success. You continue to take inspired action because the emotional energy of your fulfilled wish drives you forward. You trust the process and remain aligned with your vision. Living in the feeling of your wish fulfilled also brings a sense of peace and contentment. Instead of waiting for external circumstances to change, you realize that everything you need is already within you. The true power of manifestation comes from the belief that you can have everything you desire, not in some distant future, but right now. When you align with that feeling, you stop chasing after things outside yourself, and instead you become a magnet that attracts the opportunities, people, and circumstances you need to create your desired life. In summary, living in the feeling of your wish fulfilled is the most powerful tool you can use to manifest your desires. It aligns your energy with your goals, propels you into motivated action, and helps you overcome obstacles with ease. When you embody the emotions of your fulfilled desires, you become an unstoppable force. The universe responds to the energy you emit, and when that energy is one of joy, gratitude, and fulfillment, your desires will begin to flow toward you with grace and speed. There is immense power in the words you speak, both to others and to yourself. Words are not just tools for communication, they are vibrational signals that shape your reality. When it comes to manifestation, one of the most profound practices you can adopt is to speak as if your desires are already done. This principle, simple yet powerful, is the key to aligning yourself with the reality you wish to create. The way you speak shapes the energy you emit, and this energy is what determines what the universe will reflect back to you. Manifestation begins with thought, but it is solidified by action. The words you speak are an extension of your thoughts, and they have the power to either reinforce your dreams or keep you trapped in a cycle of doubt and limitation. When you speak in terms of your desires as though they are already fulfilled, you are engaging in a process of creating your reality with intention. You are asserting, through your words, that you already possess what you are seeking. This act of speaking, as if it's already done, is one of the most potent methods for transforming your internal world and manifesting your external desires. The first step in speaking, as if it's already done, is shifting your language. Often we express our desires in terms of lack or wanting. I wish I could have this, I hope this will happen, I'll be happy when. These phrases signal to your subconscious mind that you are waiting for something outside of you to change. When you speak like this, you reinforce the belief that you don't have what you desire yet, and the universe responds accordingly by keeping your desires out of reach. But when you shift your language to reflect the reality you want to create, you send a powerful signal to your subconscious mind that you already have what you need. You move from a state of lack to a state of abundance. For example, instead of saying, I wish I could be successful, speak in the present tense, I am successful. Instead of thinking, I hope I find the perfect relationships, say, I am in a loving and fulfilling relationship. This shift in language may feel awkward at first, but it is one of the most powerful tools for aligning your mind with your desires. When you speak in this way, you are affirming that what you desire already exists in your life. And this changes the way you experience the world. The power of speaking as if it's already done is rooted in the law of attraction. Like attracts like, and when you speak in a way that reflects the reality you want, you align yourself with the frequency of that reality. The words you speak create a vibration that resonates with the universe, and the universe responds by bringing you more of what you are focusing on. When you say, I am successful, or I am healthy, the universe hears that affirmation and begins to align the people, situations, and circumstances that will bring you closer to that reality. Your words become a magnetic force that draws your desires into your life. But speaking as if it's already done is not just about affirmations, it's also about belief. You must truly believe in the power of your words. When you say, "I am successful," it's not enough to just say the words without conviction. You must feel the truth of those words deep within you. You must embody the emotions of your success. This is where the magic happens. When your words are in alignment with your emotions, you create a powerful energetic signature that the universe cannot ignore. Believing in the words you speak is the key to unlocking the full power of manifestation. Moreover, speaking as if it's already done brings a sense of motivation and inspiration. When you speak with confidence, affirming that your desires are already fulfilled, you create momentum in your life. Motivation does not come from waiting for something to happen, it comes from believing that it has already happened. When you speak in terms of your wishes as if they are already a part of your reality, you begin to act in alignment with that belief. You take inspired action because you are no longer waiting for external circumstances to change. You are acting from a place of knowing that your desires are already on their way. The motivation to continue working toward your goals flows naturally when you are grounded in the belief that your desires are already fulfilled. Additionally, when you speak as if it's already done, you become a living example of the power of manifestation. Your words inspire others to believe in their own potential. When people hear you confidently speak about your desires as though they are already part of your life, they begin to see the possibility for themselves. You become a source of inspiration and motivation for those around you, showing them that it is possible to create the life they desire through the power of their words and beliefs. In the process of manifestation, speaking as if it's already done also helps to eliminate fear and doubt. It's easy to become discouraged when things are not moving as quickly as you would like. But when you speak from a place of certainty and belief, fear no longer has the power to control you. You begin to trust the process. You know that your words are working behind the scenes to align your reality with your desires. Speaking with confidence brings a sense of calm and clarity, and it reaffirms your commitment to your goals. Speaking as if it's already done is one of the most powerful practices for manifestation and motivation. The words you speak shape your reality, and when you speak in alignment with your desires, you attract those desires into your life. By affirming that your wishes are already fulfilled, you send a clear message to your subconscious mind, the universe, and the people around you that you are confident in your ability to create the life you desire. This practice not only helps to manifest your desires, but also fuels your motivation, propelling you forward toward the realization of your dreams. The words you speak are a reflection of your inner belief and your willingness to claim your power to create your own reality. Visualization is one of the most powerful tools in the practice of manifestation. It's the act of creating a mental image of the life you desire, seeing yourself living your dreams, and aligning your thoughts with your ultimate goals. But there's one key element that turns simple visualization into a potent force for creating your reality emotion. When you visualize with emotion, you are no longer just imagining the end result, you are actively living it in your mind and body. This is where the magic happens. The combination of mental imagery and emotional energy is what draws your desires into your reality. Manifestation is not just about wishful thinking or fleeting thoughts. It's about a deep alignment between your mind, emotions, and actions. The emotional energy you attach to your visualization sends a powerful signal to your subconscious mind, and it is this subconscious mind that ultimately drives your actions, your beliefs, and the opportunities you attract. When you visualize your goals with passion and feeling, you are infusing your vision with a frequency that the universe recognizes and responds to. Imagine for a moment that you have already achieved your goal. If you want to manifest a new job, picture yourself walking into your dream workplace. Visualize the office, the people around you, and the feeling of success as you complete important tasks. But don't stop there, feel it. Feel the joy of having secured that job, the pride in your accomplishments, and the satisfaction of knowing you are in alignment with your true purpose. Feel the excitement that comes with your achievement, the sense of fulfillment that fills you from the inside out. The emotion you attach to this visualization amplifies its power. This is because emotions are the fuel for manifestation. Your mind alone can picture something, but it is the emotional connection that makes it real. Emotions are energy in motion, and they carry a vibration. When you add emotion to your visualizations, you are sending out a stronger, clearer signal to the universe. You are becoming a magnet for the people, opportunities, and circumstances that will bring your desires into reality. Visualization without emotion can be effective, but when you add the intensity of emotion, you activate a new level of manifestation. Imagine that your dreams are already real, and feel the emotions you would experience in that moment. Whether it's excitement, joy, gratitude, or love, let these emotions fill your body as you visualize your desires. The stronger and more genuine your feelings, the more powerful your manifestation becomes. The universe doesn't respond to what you wish for, it responds to the frequency of your emotions. When you feel the end result with intensity and belief, the universe must align itself with your desires. Visualization with emotion also acts as a motivating force. When you connect deeply with the emotions of your desired outcome, you are no longer simply wishing for something to happen, you are actively experiencing it. This brings a sense of urgency and passion that fuels your motivation to take the necessary actions toward your goal. Motivation does not come from waiting for something to appear in your life, it comes from being emotionally aligned with your desires. When you feel the excitement of achieving your goals in advance, it propels you to act with purpose. You no longer need to force yourself to stay motivated, your emotions will drive you. The emotional connection to your visualization also increases your belief in your ability to achieve your desires. Belief is an essential element of manifestation. If you don't believe in your dreams, it will be difficult for the universe to respond to your desires. But when you visualize with emotion, you strengthen your belief in the possibility of your dreams coming true. The more real and emotional your visualizations feel, the more you begin to trust in the process of manifestation. You stop questioning whether you can achieve your dreams and start believing that they are already on their way to you. Moreover, visualization with emotion helps you to stay focused on your goals, even in the face of challenges. The road to success is rarely smooth, and there will be times when you encounter obstacles. However, when you are emotionally connected to your desired outcome, setbacks are not seen as barriers, they are seen as opportunities to grow. Your emotional connection to your vision keeps you anchored and focused, helping you to maintain your motivation and belief. Even when things don't go according to plan, you know that your desires are already on their way, and no temporary setback can shake that belief. Another benefit of visualizing with emotion is that it trains your mind to focus on abundance rather than lack. When you attach positive emotions to your visualizations, you are programming your mind to focus on what is possible rather than what is missing. You shift from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance. This shift in mindset allows you to see opportunities where others may see obstacles, and it opens the door for you to take inspired action that aligns with your desires. The beauty of visualization with emotion is that it helps you to embody the energy of your desires before they manifest in the physical world. You are no longer waiting for things to change, you are becoming the person who already has what you desire. This inner transformation is what drives the outer manifestation. When you are emotionally aligned with your vision, you exude the confidence, clarity, and passion needed to bring that vision to life. You begin to attract the circumstances and people that will help you realize your dreams. Visualization with emotion is one of the most powerful tools in manifestation and motivation. It creates an energetic alignment with your desires and sends a clear signal to the universe that you are ready to receive. The more emotionally connected you are to your visualizations, the stronger the manifestation process becomes. Emotion acts as the fuel for your dreams, propelling you toward your goals and motivating you to take inspired action. When you learn to visualize with emotion, you begin to manifest your desires with clarity, confidence, and purpose. In the journey of manifestation, one of the most important lessons you can learn is the power of trust. Trusting the process is not just a matter of waiting for things to unfold, it's about having complete faith that the universe is working in your favor, even when you cannot yet see the results. Manifestation is a step-by-step journey, and often we find ourselves feeling impatient or frustrated when things don't seem to be happening as quickly as we want. However, true success lies in learning to trust the process, knowing that every step, no matter how small, is moving you closer to your desires. The process of manifestation involves aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your goals. But it also involves surrendering to the flow of life, understanding that things may not always unfold in the way you expect. You may have a vision of how you want things to manifest, but the path to that manifestation may look different than what you anticipated. This is where trust becomes crucial. When you trust the process, you let go of the need to control every detail, and instead focus on taking inspired action in the direction of your dreams. Trusting the process requires a deep belief that everything is unfolding as it should. This belief is vital because it directly impacts your energy and mindset. When you trust that the universe is aligning everything in your favor, you naturally begin to attract the right people, opportunities, and circumstances into your life. The act of trusting sends out a vibration of confidence, and that confidence aligns you with your desires. The more you trust that your goals are being realized behind the scenes, the more motivated and inspired you become to continue taking action toward them. Manifestation is not an instant process. It requires patience, perseverance, and unwavering belief. There will be moments when you may not see immediate results, or when things feel like they're moving too slowly. This is the time when trust is tested the most. But remember, trust is not about ignoring the challenges or pretending that things are always perfect. It's about maintaining faith that your efforts are being rewarded and that the universe is working on your behalf, even if the results are not immediately visible. You must trust that everything is unfolding in divine timing, even if it takes longer than you expected. The process of manifestation often includes moments of uncertainty and doubt. You may start to question whether you're doing everything right or if your desires will ever come to fruition. In these moments, it's essential to remind yourself to trust the process. To trust that the actions you're taking are moving you closer to your goals, even if you don't yet see the proof. Trust that everything you're doing is building a foundation for your success. And trust that the universe is orchestrating the events and circumstances that will lead you to your desired outcome. This trust in the unseen forces at play gives you the strength to keep going, even when progress feels slow. Motivation can sometimes falter when things aren't moving as quickly as we want. It's easy to feel disheartened when you're putting in the effort but not seeing immediate results. But when you trust the process, you remind yourself that the journey itself is just as important as the destination. Every step, no matter how small, is contributing to your manifestation. This shift in perspective helps you to stay motivated, because you recognize that the work you're doing now is laying the groundwork for future success. You can maintain your motivation by trusting that what's meant for you is already on its way, and that the process is part of the unfolding of your dreams. Another important aspect of trusting the process is surrendering to the unknown. Manifestation is about co-creating with the universe, but sometimes we need to release our attachment to specific outcomes and trust that there is a bigger picture at play. Often we get caught up in trying to figure out how everything will happen, but this desire for control can create resistance. When you let go of the how and trust that the universe knows the best way for things to unfold, you open yourself up to infinite possibilities. This surrender brings peace and allows you to be in alignment with the flow of life, rather than forcing things to happen. Trusting the process also means being present in the moment. When you are too focused on the future and obsessed with the end result, you miss out on the joy of the present moment. Each day you are moving closer to your goals, and it's important to appreciate the small victories and progress you've already made. Trusting the process allows you to enjoy the journey without constantly worrying about when things will manifest. It allows you to celebrate the progress, however small, because each step is a step toward your ultimate goal. In addition to surrendering to the process, it's also crucial to stay committed to your vision. Trusting the process doesn't mean sitting back and doing nothing. It means staying focused on your goals while having the patience to allow things to unfold in their own time. Trusting the process requires consistency and perseverance. You may not always see the results right away, but if you stay aligned with your vision, keep working toward your goals, and trust the journey, the universe will begin to align with your desires. Trusting the process is an essential part of manifestation and motivation. It's about having faith in yourself, the universe, and the timing of your dreams. When you trust the process, you align yourself with the flow of life and attract the people, opportunities, and experiences that will bring your desires into reality. Trusting the process requires patience, belief, and surrender, but it is this trust that will keep you motivated and inspired to continue on your path, knowing that your dreams are on their way. The process may take time, but every step you take brings you closer to the manifestation of your desires. In the realm of manifestation, one of the most powerful qualities you can cultivate is persistence. Manifesting your desires is not always a smooth journey. It often requires consistency, effort, and the unwavering belief that your dreams are within reach, no matter the challenges or delays you encounter. While many people give up after encountering obstacles or not seeing immediate results, it is persistence that ultimately determines success. The ability to stay committed to your goals and continue taking inspired action, even in the face of adversity, is the key to turning your dreams into reality. Manifestation is a process that requires you to stay in alignment with your desires and to consistently put forth effort toward achieving them. It's easy to feel discouraged when things don't happen as quickly as you want, or when challenges seem insurmountable. However, the true power of manifestation lies in the ability to remain persistent, even when you don't yet see tangible results. Success doesn't happen overnight, and the universe may take time to align everything in your favor. It is through persistent action and belief in your goals that you send a powerful signal to the universe that you are ready to receive what you desire. Persistence is often what separates those who succeed from those who give up. It's not necessarily the person with the most talent or the best ideas who achieves their dreams, it's the one who refuses to quit. The journey of manifestation requires faith and determination. When you continue to show up, even when things seem uncertain, you are signaling to the universe that you are serious about your desires. This persistent energy creates momentum and helps you to stay aligned with the outcomes you wish to manifest. With each step you take, no matter how small, you are closer to bringing your dreams into reality. A crucial aspect of persistence is the ability to push through difficult times. Challenges are inevitable, and there will be moments when things don't go as planned or when the outcome seems far off. In these moments, it's essential to keep moving forward. Persistence is about having the courage to keep going, even when the path ahead seems unclear. It's about trusting that every step, no matter how hard, is moving you closer to your goal. You may not always see how things are aligning behind the scenes, but persistence ensures that you stay on course. By continuing to take action, you create opportunities and open doors that might not have been visible if you had given up. When it comes to manifestation, motivation is key. However, motivation can ebb and flow. There will be days when you feel excited and inspired to take action toward your goals, but there will also be times when you feel drained or uncertain. In these moments, persistence is what carries you through. It's about showing up and doing the work even when your motivation is low. Persistence is about building a habit of taking consistent action, regardless of how you feel. When you persist, you create a rhythm that becomes easier to maintain over time. The more you stick with your goals, the more motivation you generate, because you see that your efforts are yielding results. Another important aspect of persistence is resilience. When things don't go as planned, it can be easy to become discouraged and doubt your ability to manifest your desires. But persistence involves being resilient in the face of setbacks. Instead of seeing failure as a reason to quit, resilient persistence allows you to view challenges as learning experiences and opportunities for growth. The path to manifestation is not linear, and there may be setbacks or detours along the way. But each obstacle is an opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your desires. Persistence helps you to bounce back from these setbacks, learning from them, and continuing to move forward with greater clarity and determination. Manifestation also requires you to trust in the timing of the universe. It's easy to feel frustrated when things are taking longer than expected, but persistence means staying the course without giving up. The universe operates in its own timing, and sometimes things take longer to manifest because there are lessons you need to learn or circumstances that need to fall into place. Trusting that everything is happening for a reason and that your desires are on their way, even if it takes time, is a vital part of persistence. It's the belief that your efforts are not in vain, even when results aren't immediate. Persistence also helps you build momentum in your manifestation journey. When you take consistent action and stay dedicated to your goals, you start to build energy around your desires. This momentum makes it easier to continue moving forward, as each small success and every step you take reinforces your belief in the process. This energy propels you to take more inspired action and further align your mindset with your desires. The more persistent you are, the stronger the energy behind your manifestations becomes, and the closer you move to seeing your dreams come true. Persistence is about maintaining focus on your goals, even when distractions arise. Life is filled with challenges and distractions, but when you are persistent, you don't let these things deter you from your path. Staying focused and committed to your goals ensures that you keep moving forward, even when life throws curveballs. It's about keeping your eyes on the prize, reminding yourself why you started, and continuing to put in the work, even when it feels difficult. Persistence gives you the strength to stay on course, regardless of the obstacles or distractions you encounter. Finally, persistence is rooted in belief. When you persist, you show the universe that you have unwavering faith in your desires. This belief acts as a magnet, attracting the right opportunities and people into your life. The more persistent you are, the stronger your belief becomes. The combination of persistence and belief is a powerful force that accelerates the manifestation process, drawing your desires toward you with greater speed and intensity. Persistence is key to the manifestation process. It is the driving force that keeps you moving forward, even when things seem tough or when progress feels slow. Through persistence, you send a clear message to the universe that you are committed to your desires and are willing to do what it takes to make them a reality. Persistence builds momentum, fuels motivation, and strengthens belief, all of which are essential for turning your dreams into tangible outcomes. When you embrace persistence, you are not just waiting for your desires to manifest, you are actively creating the conditions for them to come into your life. With persistence, your dreams are always within reach. In the end, manifestation is not about waiting for something to happen. It's about becoming the person who already has what you desire. It's a journey that requires belief, persistence, and the courage to trust in the process, no matter how long it may take. Every step you take, no matter how small, is moving you closer to your dreams. Remember that the universe is always working in your favor, and by staying aligned with your desires and trusting the path, you will see the results unfold. Your persistence, your faith, and your belief in the process will turn your dreams into reality. Stay motivated, keep pushing forward, and never lose sight of your vision, because with the right mindset, anything is possible. Thank you all so much for being here today. I am deeply grateful for the time, energy, and attention you've given to this discussion on manifestation and motivation. It is truly a privilege to share these insights with such an engaged and open-minded audience. Remember, the power to create the life you desire is within you. Stay persistent, trust the process, and never stop believing in your own potential. I hope today's words have inspired and motivated you to take the next step on your journey. Thank you again, and I wish you all the success and fulfillment you deserve.